one. That is such a beautiful car. Look at this. Det er virkelig en pæn bil. Ja. I have no freaking idea if this works. But a lot of you have asked me about where my Corvette, if I didn't use that anymore or where it went, if I sold it, but I did not. It was just tucked away due to bad weather. We are going to drive to a place where there's a lot of old vintage cars, but let's just test. Let's just start by doing active track here on the parking lot. Just to see if we can make everything work. Okay. Should probably have added an ND filter. It's a nice evening. So hopefully I have all the cameras running. See if this one is running up there. Trying to do 360 with the max from the top. Alright, so we do this. We start the recording here. So now, hopefully I won't scratch the car. So here's my baby. Baby, take it one more time. At least that's an advantage by driving a Corvette. It's significantly more noisy than the drone is. So let's just do active track. Press go. And then it's just trace as it is right now. Down. So, third gear. See if it follows along. Hopefully it does. This has always been the problem when I'm getting down to this bottom part of the parking lot. There is always an issue here. Or there could be an issue with the trees. So hopefully it's still tagging along. All right, so now we tested everything here. So let's just pack up and get it into the car here. I have a speedometer app here that will help me figure out what's going on. So let's go to get line. Probably need to find a seat belt here somewhere. It's just a buckle belt, so it's it's not providing. Let me put it this way: you don't want to wreck this car. You don't want to wreck it because I think it has made probably the lowest safety class ever recorded. This one is a 1970 Corvette Stingray. It's the third generation of Corvettes. They produced those from, I think, 68 to 82. And they changed them a lot over the years, actually. It's only the first years, 68 to 72, that has the chrome bumpers, like you see on this one. And those are also the ones that trades in the highest value. And then in 73, they took away the chrome bumper on the front and only left it on the back. So if you see one where it only has a chrome bumper in the back, it is because it's 1973. So let me know what you think. Does this work with these driving logs here? I can't look into the camera because I need to concentrate about the road. This is something I've been wanting to do for such a long time. to try and film some of these events that I go to. So yeah, and now I bought the GoPro 12 Hero Black, I think it's called. I just purchased that in relation to the DJI event where the Mini 4 was released. So now it's on a suction cup in the Corvette. So now I hope that we can get a nice driving vlog out of this. One of the things that I haven't fixed on this car is the kickdown, so I have to do that manually. So so I have to flick it down manually in second gear to get it to move. And I'm only allowed to drive 62 kilometers an hour here, so we better keep. Okay, so the Corvette, so they stopped putting chrome bumpers on the cars from 74. So 74, it's plastic in the front and back, and I actually think that the design took a turn to the worse. So that's why I decided I want a 1970, because I was born in 1970. So it made really, really good sense to pick up a car the same year. And then I was also lucky that there was one for sale with the looks that I wanted. So, and it needs to be a convertible. I know there's a lot of people that fancy these coupes, Corvette coupes, but it has to be a convertible. Come on. It looks brilliant as a convertible. And this one has a new top, so I don't need to worry about that one. I rarely use it, by the way, because I only try to take the car outside when it's nice weather. And the engine in this car is of course a V8. Yeah, maybe it's not because the first generation of the C1 that was actually a V6, but this one is a small block 350. It is supposed to make something around 330 horsepower, but I never had it on like a spinning, what is it called, a machine that can measure if this is actually the case. The engine is actually matching numbers. I was pretty surprised to find that out. The gearbox is a TH400, which is the sort of the stronger ones of the gearboxes. I don't know why this one ended up on this model on a small block, but it's still nice to have a gearbox that is sustainable to sort of the things that you put it through. So I had a few things fixed over the summer. I had some starting issues with the car. That got fixed. It's still not brilliant, but at least I can start it. The worst part about that was that it actually died on me. If I kind of pushed it and I was riding a little bit quick, then when I was sort of taking off the speed into like a cross section, the engine would die completely on me. And I had to crank the starter for like, I don't know, 20 times, 40 times sometimes to get it up and running. Some is asking what is the mileage of this car, and honestly, it's really, really bad. I can do maybe, I don't know what it is translated, but maybe I can write that on the screen, but I can do like 6-7 kilometers per liter. So it's not really impressive. My normal car that does like 4 times that, but come on, I'm not riding that much in this one, so I can afford whatever it costs to fill gas on this one. I have a few things that I need to get fixed in the spring, but I am, because of my current job situation and me trying to get a foothold on YouTube and with my video productions, I need to be a little bit careful with the money. So actually, if you enjoy the content that I do and you want to support me, then you should consider becoming a channel member. And this is quite cool. I found quite a cool format for that, because I'm getting help to getting the videos edited for the channel. So what I do once in a while is that I actually publish the videos that I'm getting from the editor. And those are maybe, I don't know, 95, 97% complete. So you'll be able to see some of all the good stuff that I'm posting on the channel a few days in advance. And the best part is that I'm not enabling advertising on those. So if you're a channel member, you can watch ad-free videos on the channel a few days before everybody else. And it's really starting to take shape. And a lot of people have signed up lately as members. And there are different levels at different price levels. And once we get to a critical mass of maybe 50 members, I will start to do some members only activities on the channel. I think that could be cool because I think people that decide to sign up as a member, they also want to interact with the other people on the channel. They like the community, they like all the stuff that we're doing or I'm doing here on the channel. So it could be super duper cool if you want to join and help support the channel. And you're probably saying, why aren't you using the speedometer? That's because that's miles per hour. And I don't know. I feel more comfortable when I have the reading here so I can see what is actually going on. So now we are parked. Found a nice spot here on the harbor. So there's an old Volvo. Porsche 944, let's assume, and a 3656 Porsche. I think it's a 356. Wonder if it's a replica or if it's an original one. It has a black license plate. That's normally an indication that it's old, because they changed the color. You see, there's a good example there. This one also has black plates. This one white plates. Mine has white plates because my Corvette was basically in Denmark when it was imported here. That was in around 2010, so you can't get black plates for the car if that is the case. What else we have here? We have two Triumphs. Big truck. Then we have an Excalibur. It looks a lot older than it actually is. This is in many cases not that old. Here. Also, my parents had one of those when I was a child, so I have been riding the Mini the first years. So the first part of my childhood was actually back and forth in a car like that. And the really annoying thing about these Volkswagens is that it takes a long time for them to heat up. So when you're a kid and you're sitting in the back seat, you're freezing your butt off half of the way when you're going to a location when it's winter time. So let's just take a look here. What is that? That's a Fiat. And this one, it's a very rare one. The Jensen Healy. That's also an English one. And it's actually for sale. So if you want to buy it, you can call this number. There's an old Mercedes. And some people that are hanging out. This is very common for people that meet up here on a regular basis. As they're hanging out. Very, very nice one. Very, very nice. It's British cars when they're the prettiest. It's wood steering wheel. It has this cover, so I don't think it has a top. That's a nice one. It's a convertible too. Look at the wheels. It's like threaded wheels. So it looks like it should. You sure? Fully restored. Very beautiful. And an MR2. The fun part about that one is that this is a center mount. So the engine is tucked away here in the back. Yeah. And now we are talking. Here in the back is one of my other old type favorites. A Ford Thunderbird. T-Bird. That is such a beautiful car. Look at this. Look at the condition this car is in. The Bella is pretty fine as well. And now Morgan is arriving. And Austin Erie behind it. The frog eye. You can imagine why it's called that. It has these two frog eyes. So, Thunderbird. They don't make cars like that anymore. Det er virkelig en pæn bil. Ja. Det er altså svært. Svært at tage frem. Hvad var det?
Med 12 cylinder.
Ja. That's a beautiful ride. I need to see if I can find a spot somewhere where I can launch the drone without disturbing too many people. So now we're preparing the drone. So now I will go and find something to eat because I'm getting a little bit hungry now. Time for something to eat. Maybe it's not such a good idea to park under this. Shit. Poor car. So that was a nice meal. So I'm going back now to find the Corvette. Let's see if we can fire it up. It's always interesting when it's parked. So we are ready to go back. Luckily it fired the first time. Kind of embarrassing if it doesn't do that. Let's get out of Dodge. So, I will tune out for this video. I hope you enjoyed a little glimpse into my life when I'm going to these car shows or car meetups. It's very nice. They're going on every Tuesday the whole summer. So you can just go there if you want. And it's super nice. And I'm starting to get to know some people. This guy I actually ran into the owner of this Testarossa. And he has been having the same car for like 24 years. It's 33 years old, and he had it for a long time. And we had a really good discussion about the maintenance costs and stuff like that for Ferraris, because they are definitely on the high end. Where maintenance costs for the Corvettes here, they are pretty reasonable, as long as it's components that are not like one-off for the car. Like the side louvers on the car, they are very expensive because they're only made for this year. But where the motor, that's a standard 350 small block, so that's very, very easy to get parts for. You can't say the same about a V12 that was in that Ferrari with 400 horsepower measured on the wheels. I hope you liked this video. If you did, then feel free to give it a like. If you didn't like it, feel free to press the dislike button twice. Thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you around.